Members of the Crown Prince family of Japan meet with students from Paraguay. Crown Prince Haakon of Norway celebrates his 50th birthday. King Charles III and Queen Camilla of the United Kingdom visit Brecon. And Princess Charlene of Monaco holds an audience in Monaco-Ville. All this and much more coming up next on your Royal Daily News. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to my channel. My name is Alexandra, and this is your Royal Daily News for July 20th, 2023. In Monaco-Ville, Her Serene Highness Princess Charlene of Monaco held an audience with Mr. Stephen Valeri, representatives of the Salle Bain de Mer, Jimmy Z, and the Wonder Mums at the Palais Princier. During the meeting, each of the representatives presented a check with a combined total of over 46,000 euros to the Princess Charlene of Monaco Foundation. The money will be used for the Princess Charlene of Monaco Foundation's project, Swim for Safety, in Sri Lanka. This important project teaches children and young people water safety skills, drowning prevention, basic first aid, and CPR. Yesterday, in La Condamine, His Serene Highness Prince Albert II of Monaco, accompanied by Her Serene Highness Princess Stephanie of Monaco and Mr. Louis Ducouré, attended the inauguration of the exhibition entitled Rainier III, the Builder Prince, An Ambition for Monaco. Through the use of models, plans, photographs, objects, and documents never seen before, the exhibition shows how Prince Rainier III permanently transformed the Principality of Monaco. Quote, to build lasting economic prosperity, Prince Rainier III equipped himself with political, legal, and constitutional tools that enabled him to build a modern state, a new constitution, redefinition of relations with France, international openness, and strengthening of tourist attractiveness through the creation of events that still punctuate the year in the Principality today. End quote. Overall, the exhibition shows how Prince Rainier III was a part of both historical continuity and innovation, even showing himself to be resolutely revolutionary in his urban planning approach, driven by a single ambition, to guarantee the prosperity and well-being of the Monegasques, to whom he was united by a bond of affection, as well as a constitutional oath. Rainier III, the Builder Prince, An Ambition for Monaco, curated by Mr. Stéphane Bern and organized by the Department of Cultural Affairs of the Principality of Monaco, will be open to the public until January 1st, 2024. On Tuesday evening, in Port Hercule, Their Serene Highnesses Prince Albert II and Princess Charlene of Monaco attended a gala dinner at the Yacht Club de Monaco to commemorate the life and legacy of the late Nelson Mandela. Prior to the gala dinner, organized by the Prince Albert II of Monaco Foundation and the Nelson Mandela Foundation, guests attended a screening of the film Mandela, Long Walk to Freedom, directed by Mr. Justin Chadwick, held at the Princess Grace Theatre in Monte Carlo. The gala dinner was held for the benefit of the Nelson Mandela Foundation. All proceeds will be donated toward the social justice initiatives of the Nelson Mandela Foundation. In New York City, His Majesty King Felipe VI of Spain attended a luncheon meeting with the Secretary General of the United Nations, Mr. Antonio Guterres, at the United Nations headquarters. On Wednesday, in Madrid, His Majesty the King held an audience with individuals participating in the 18th edition of the Becas Europa program of the Universidad Francisco de Vitoria at Palacio de la Zarzuela. According to the Spanish Royal Court, the Becas Europa program is an initiative promoted by Banco Santander and the Universidad Francisco de Vitoria to, quote, promote talent, reward excellence, and support the creation of leadership networks. To this end, Becas Europa selects the 50 best pre-university students in Spain, with the purpose of sharing with them the experience of a trip of approximately 20 days around Europe, visiting the main universities and participating in a program of conferences, meetings with top-level personalities from the academic, political, and cultural world, and participating in cultural and leisure activities. End quote. Their Majesties, King Charles III and Queen Camilla of the United Kingdom, spent the day in Brecon, Wales, carrying out several engagements. The day began with a visit to the 12th century Brecon Cathedral, where they were welcomed by the First Minister, Mark Drayford. Once inside the cathedral, Their Majesties watched a performance of Benedictus from Rod Patton's Ascension Jasmus, performed by Miss Erin Thomas and the Brecon Choir Festival. Thereafter, Their Majesties attended the Brecknock Agricultural Society's annual show. During their visit, Their Majesties mingled with local food and drink vendors, unveiled a commemorative plaque, and met with a bunch of cute little livestock, including the star of the entire day, the alpaca. The day ended with Her Majesty the Queen visiting the Caelan DVS, a domestic violence and abuse charity for adults, children, and young people across South, Mid, and West Wales. Meanwhile, His Majesty the King attended a reception at Brecon Barracks. Yesterday, in East Yorkshire, Her Royal Highness the Duchess of Edinburgh, as President, attended the opening of the 147th Driftfield Show, organized by the Driftfield Agricultural Society. Meanwhile, in Fulbourn, His Royal Highness the Duke of Gloucester officially opened the new 12,000 square meter resource center at Fulbourn Hospital. In Brussels, the Belgian Royal Court released a pre-recorded speech from His Majesty King Philippe of the Belgians ahead of Fête Nationale, as well as on the occasion of His Majesty the King's 10 years on the throne. In the video, which was recorded at the Palais Royal de Bruxelles, His Majesty the King stated, quote, "Ladies and gentlemen, we have been through a lot together over the past 10 years, both joy and sorrow. We will also remember this decade as a succession of crises, some of them unprecedented. The March 22nd attacks, the pandemic, the extreme drought and floods, the war in Ukraine, and the energy crisis. We have weathered these crises together to the best of our ability, and with tangible results. Throughout all these years, I have noticed again and again that there is a great sense of solidarity in our country, and a series of human qualities that go with it. Generosity, caring for those in need, openness to opinions that differ from ours, and compromise. We are spontaneous and pragmatic, and we have a great sense of humor." End quote. In the afternoon, His Majesty the King held a meeting with new Belgian diplomats, who will soon be stationed at various embassies, including Norway, Kuwait, Hungary, Armenia, Moldova, Niger, Mali, and the Ivory Coast. In the evening, members of the Belgian royal family attended a concert at the Flaggy Cultural Venue in celebration of His Majesty the King's 10 years on the throne and Fête Nationale 2023. Yesterday, Their Majesties King Philippe and Queen Mathilde of the Belgians hosted a luncheon for members of the federal government at Château de Laeken. The luncheon was held on the occasion of His Majesty the King's 10 years on the throne. Meanwhile, His Royal Highness Prince Laurent of Belgium, accompanied by representatives of Gaia Belgium and the Brussels Minister of Animal Welfare, attended the opening of Zoo of the Future in Brussels. Established in 1992, Gaia, an acronym meaning Global Action in the Interest of Animals, not the goddess Mother Earth Gaia, is the most influential and one of the most well-known animal rights organizations in Belgium. This fantastic organization believes that all animals should be treated with respect and have the right to a dignified existence. Quote, "Gaia has been standing up for animal rights, and we have been continuously striving for ever better protection of living creatures that can feel pain and fear. That is why Gaia campaigns against organized animal cruelty, practices that cause suffering to animals on a large scale. We advocate a relationship between humans and animals, characterized by humanity and justice." End quote. Somewhere in beautiful Norway, His Royal Highness Crown Prince Haakon of Norway is celebrating his 50th birthday. According to the Norwegian royal court, the Crown Prince and his family wanted to thank, quote, those near and far for the pleasant greetings on the occasion of Crown Prince Haakon's 50th birthday, and wanted to share some of their holiday memories, among other things, from this year's family trip to Finnmark, end quote. In Tokyo, their Imperial Highnesses Crown Prince Akishino and Crown Princess Kiko of Japan, along with their 2 children, Her Imperial Highness Princess Kako of Akishino and His Imperial Highness Prince Hisahito of Akishino, held an audience with 20 students from the Colegio Japonés Paraguayo at Akasaka Palace. In Kelantan, Malaysia, it was announced that Her Highness, the Crown Princess of Kelantan, has given birth to her first child on Monday, July 17th, at the University Science Malaysia Hospital. According to a press release, mother and child are doing well and are in good health. Congratulations. And finally, in Kuala Lumpur, His Majesty, the King of Malaysia, presided over a medals presentation at the National Palace. And there you have it. Thank you all so much for joining me this afternoon. I will be back tomorrow on Friday, July 21st, with all the latest royal news. Until then, I wish you all a wonderful evening and a great day tomorrow. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you won't miss a thing. Okay, have a wonderful evening, everyone, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.